Shabbat Shalom. Shalom, shalom. What's going on? This y'all Mordecai, wise warrior for the Most High Mighty One, God of Israel, Zephaniah, treasured warrior spirit of the Most High Yahawah, YASHARAHLA. And today's class is about, did Jacob swindle Esau out of his birthright? That's today's class. But before we get into that, I like to get in the spirit a little bit, be an open book. I'm up in the classroom. This is my setup. Concordance over there. Who's Who in the Bible. Zonderville. I don't even go on the concordance. I don't even never go on that jump. I be hunting for scriptures. I got more. These my classes. It's like about 150, 200 classes right here. Trying to fill that joint all the way up. And I got it. When you're reading your Bible, you need this American Dictionary of the English language. You know what I mean? The brothers showed this book kind of like in the beginning when I got to studying under the brothers. I'm going to get into that. And I got the that's the bookshelf over there. I got a lot of books. I need more books. But so if there's any new brothers in the truth come across this video and they want to know, what gave me the motivation or the inspiration to go this route that I went, and if I'm with a camp, what made me join the camp, and if I'm not with a camp, why I'm not with a camp, you know what I mean? Why I'm not with a camp or whatever. Why did I go the route that I went? You know what I mean? And on another level, for leaders to say, well, who did you study under? Or what gave him the right? Or why you think he a teacher? Or you know how brothers be proud thinking they the only ones that can learn something, that can be a teacher because they got a name or whatever. So first off, I started out, came in the truth, whatever. So I got the research in camps or whatever, right? Getting the basics down, studying good, all this and that. So I came across this particular camp. They from down south. So I came across the brothers or whatever, right, and immediately my spirit was like identified with they spurs. Like, I used to talk to one of the brothers on the phone and all that. You know what I mean? He ain't with the camp no more, but I still talk to him from time to time. So I said, let me go look at some of the older videos and see how they started off, right? I was intrigued. So when I did that, I seen that the brother, the leader, the founder of that camp, he started out in his apartment. And that was official to me when I seen it. I'm like, that's official right there. So instantly, the Most High put it on my spirit to do that. That was my motivation and my inspiration right there to do that. And far as, me putting my flag down, like once I'm like, okay, I'm at home now, whatever. But we got a problem, what I thought was a problem in the beginning. They many states away. So they was doing a class one day. I was in the comment room. I'm like, man, if I was down there, I'd join that camp. And the brother say, you already joined that camp. Now one of them, somebody else, this was in the chat room, was speaking in the spirit. And, and the leader, the elder of that camp, he always make you feel like you part of that camp. He's always say, man, keep pushing these videos, man. Y'all got to keep pushing these videos, whatever. And he always acknowledge, he got people from other states or whatever trying to be with them, but he always make you feel a part and welcome you down, whatever. They got land down there. You know what I mean? They operate in a biblical spirit. The more I got to looking, You know what I mean? Everything the brother said he gonna do, he do. And then, you know, they got land, they got lambs, they got chickens. They building a small community down there. That's how you do it. That's biblical right there. I could go on the scriptures and prove that. How they operate. You know what I mean? So yeah, big up to that brother. He know who he is. If they ever come across this video, you know what I mean? You know, the founder of that school. They know who I'm talking about, because they see me and they on they comment boards during their classes where they know I follow them or whatever. So big up to them. And why I didn't join? And it's like 4 camps right here that's kind of like in my area where I'm at. And if they want to know, well, why you didn't join the camps that's near you? So okay, one camp, they got schools all around the world, but I see they about usury. They teach separation. I don't never see them doing no unity camps. And they elder super puffed up. He always talking about the Most High, basically like the Most High mainly dealing with us, because see how he set me up and this, that, and the third. You don't know what purpose you playing, what role you playing in this truth. Your role could just be to bring a rack of people in, and then Most High put you on the shelf or anything. You know what I mean? So you can't be acting like that. You did. I talked to a brother from that camp on the phone. I met him at the dentist one day. You know, this when I first came in the truth. Like that week, I think. Talking on the phone, I invited the brother over for a Feast of Tabernacle dinner or whatever. He said he was going to New York. Whatever. I ain't even heard from him since. So I don't know what happened with that. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna cast judgment on the brother or whatever, but you know, these camps, they possess the spirit of the leader. The leader transmit that spirit and it filters through their camps, their schools, no matter where the school's at. All the brothers act like the leader or whatever like that. It's like the school I'm following. All the brothers act like, you know, the leader, he transmitted spirit down through that school. And they you know, and it proliferates. You know, you know, the other camp, they be down in DC. They be in DC, they be down Chinatown. They got the all-steer garments on and all that. They got the all-steer spirit, but minus the fringes. They just a motorcycle. They look like they just like a motorcycle gang. And they about man worship. The leader think he YAHAWASHI. I had to chop up one of their officers in the chat room. He couldn't even come back. I'm like, man, you messing with Most High put me in the truth, man. You messing with somebody like Elijah or something, or David. That's how I'm going about it. You know what I mean? I ain't saying I'm them, but that's what type of spirit I got. From where I came from and what I've been through, man, I ain't going for nothing, Joe, but everything gonna be in righteousness, though. And I'm a humble brother, quiet and humble. But I gotta teach right now to be open. So, the class, oh, in the other camp, they got Edomites in their camp. And they leader, he about usury, and he laid a chick to Egypt, talking about they was about to start a community over there or whatever. Left her over that jump. She had to get her peoples to get her back. He on Facebook hugged over the Edomite. Yeah, GOCC. So if you got Edomites in your camp, I don't even consider you a Hebrew school. So yeah, I'm a bang on you. But the other camps that got internal issues, I'ma say something, but I ain't gonna call your name out or whatever like that. People been in the truth, they know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Them elders that come off that One West branch. But, you know, I'm all about righteousness. Shout out to Mahakah and Priest Zabak and HOI up there in New York. You know what I mean? You know, I ain't no hate about no stretch. You know what I mean? I studies. Yeah, I studied camps. That's how I started out in the truth, studying camps. That's how I know who a lot of people is in the truth. You know what I mean? Because that's what you got to do. But the day's class is about, so I'm subscribed to the debate league, right? So I can see what brothers be trying to pull on the Israelites, how they be trying to come at the Israelites, what they be saying, this, that, and the third, you know, and to get ideas on stuff I need to probably look into, see if it's something I need to look into. So the brother said Yahoo heritage was set up on a swindle. Basically is what he said. Basically, Jacob beat Esau out of his birthright. Come on, man. So I had to look into that. I looked into that, and the Most High opened my mind up to put a class together to debunk that. Because you hear brothers say all the time, he sold his birthright for one morsel of meat. So when you read the scripture, on the surface, it looked like Esau came in there hungry and was like, man, I'm hungry, man. Can I get some of that to eat, brother? But they living in the same house and Jacob cooking for the house. And he coming in, Jacob, man, you can't have none of this, man. You got, man, sell me that birthright, man. I give you some on some street stuff like a swindle. That's usury. So we gonna get in the proof, debunk all of that Jacob used usury to get the birthright. And what's the main reason why the Most High ain't dealing with Esau? Because he broke a major commandment that we gonna see is major. You know what I mean? We gonna see that it's major, man. Because what the scriptures say is sins under death. So it's telling you different sins got different weight to them. You know what I mean? It's different sins that outweigh other sins. That don't mean you can still do that one, but yeah, like if you a faggot, you a homosexual, that sin got more weight to it than just like if I'm a thief. But it's the same if I'm trying to cast judgment like, oh, you a faggot, you know what I mean? But then it's like, okay, I'm a thief, so who am I to be talking about you? That's what that scripture, what's that in James talking about? All sins. What does it say? All sins. If you break one, you break them all. You got to read down and up. It ain't even talking about that. It's basically just saying don't be hypocritical. But so we're gonna start off at Genesis 29 and 32. Books I'm reading out of. This is my classroom Bible and my apocrypha, my swords I'm using. So Genesis 25. So Genesis 25 and 29. And Jacob saw pottage, and Esau came from the field, and Esau was faint. And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with the same red pottage. He begging him for something to eat, for I am faint. Can't control his flesh. Therefore was his name called Edom. Right? Meaning red. And Jacob said, sell me this day the birthright. And Esau said, behold, I'm at the point to die, and what profit shall this birthright do to me? So basically, Jacob telling them, sell me this birthright, that's basically he telling them, just like it say, and no man shall buy you in Deuteronomy 28. It's not exactly saying that no man gonna buy you. It's mean no man gonna save you. Just like right here, it's saying that Jacob said, sell me this day your birthright. He basically telling the man, if I give you some of this raw meat, this bloody meat, you gonna give me that birthright, it's gonna be mine. Because the Most High ain't gonna deal with you. And Esau said, behold, I'm at the point to die, and what profit shall this birthright do to me? Like basically, like, man, I'm hungry, man. I don't care. I eat the raw meat. You know what I mean? What this birthright gonna do for me now? You know what I mean? And what profits his birthright do to me? Basically, like, I'm hungry. What is his birthright going to do for my stomach? He could control his flesh, right? So that's why I say he despised this birthright, because he ain't care about eating the blood. But we going to break it all the way down. So he talking about he about to die. So what the Most High say, we going to go to 2 Timothy 1:7. So what the Most High say, he said he about to die, but the Most High said, 2 Timothy, for God have not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and a sound mind. So Esau basically was going off by talking about he about to die, he faint. He doing all that to eat some raw meat when the Most High told him don't have no spirit of fear. So he was going off right then and there. Let's go to Romans 13 and 14. I see another way he was going off. Talking about he died, he about to faint. And he see that the food wasn't done. Romans 13 and 14. Because if they brothers, why he had to come in there and beg for something to eat? They living in the same house at the time. So he wouldn't have had to beg that man for nothing to eat. Come on, man, that don't even make sense. And he got only way he can get something to eat is to give his birthright up. That just don't make sense, man. That don't make sense. So Romans 13, 14. But put ye on the Lord Jesus Christ, and make not provision of the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof. So he made provisions for his flesh to eat raw meat, to fulfill the lust thereof. What's the lust? Blood. These devils like blood. So we gonna get into that and see how they like blood. We about to see that right now. He made a provision of the flesh. We about to get into that. I'm about to show right here. This is why he lost his birthright.
Yeah, I'm fine. Couldn't have feel better.
Trying to get this right.
So here we go. What's that? Snake heart. That's the snake heart? Yeah. Did you see that? Look.
Trying to get this right.
It's still beating. Yeah, wow. Fucking delicious.
Come on, don't do that.
Come on. Let's go. Are you scared? Don't scare. It's a power. It's a 1957. 1957. Unfortunately, yeah. My wife is 11,000 miles away. Wow.
See that, man? That man ate a beaten snake heart in a cup, man, with blood in it. Let's go to the next video. Just proving, man, how these devils get down, Joe.
Best part about my experience.
It's the lust of the blood. He could control the lust of the blood.
Lipstick when you eat this. Oh yeah, vampire of the pigs. This is not what we're ending with. Why do people eat this special?
Messing with Moab, man. Look.
Oh, she'll eat it with me today? Sure. Together?
Blood soup, man.
Yes.
Blood
right,
stew.
Boom.
You're Esau.
Nothing can break me. No, nothing can break me.
I may be eating raw blood, but I won't be doing it alone. To prepare the soup, they first clean it and remove any gamey flavors by squeezing it with a bundle of lemon.
Don't matter what he add to it. Some more. Squeeze it to
They then add deep
rid of the
fried
gamey
skin,
flavor.
fried garlic, shallots, offals, and pickled garlic.
It don't matter what you put in that bowl, man.
Establishment. Thank you so much.
You breaking a major commandment, Joe.
Nervous, and she said she's nervous too, which didn't make me feel any better. As with most kind of out there unusual foods, there's always alcohol involved. All right, take it away. Oh, that looks real nice. You can put even more whiskey if you want. I've been told that the sheriff of this area has eaten here 3 times, having the blood soup, and he's still alive. Yes. And he's still alive. So no problem. The worst that happens, I get sick, I lose like 20 pounds, and I look hot. You know what I'm saying? The new Erwin Yusuf. Sean.
Right.
Oops, I drank it all. Ooh, it is chunky. It is full of magnificent chunks.
To fulfill the lust thereof, man. He's lusting for that.
Man. Campbell's with chunks. Okay, and then this is it. We just eat it? Yes. And then chew it?
This devil lust after that blood, man, that raw.
Exactly how this is done. Cheers.
We gonna see how the Most High feel about eating blood.
We got some herbs.
That's like being a sodomite. That's some foul stuff, man.
Wow, it's actually good. This is really blowing my mind. It's a little spicy. It's perfect spice. As you eat this, you don't want to be super focused on the fact that, oh, I just put a bunch of raw blood in my mouth. It's better to be focused on the flavor. And there's spice. There's a ton of herbs, lemongrass coming through.
The flavor, man. What flavor?
In there too. So the taste is actually good. We'll try some more. Alright? Alright, we both think it's yummy. Alright. This is the most dangerous food I've ever eaten.
See, look, we both think it's yummy. What do you say? We both think it's yummy. So, let's go back to Genesis. Go back to Genesis 25, 33, and 34. And Jacob said, swear to me this day. And he sware unto him, and he sold his birthright unto Jacob. Then Jacob gave Esau bread and pottage and lentils, and he did eat up and drank and rose up and went his way. Thus Esau despised his birthright. That's why he despised his birthright. What he say? What did his birthright gonna do to me? He ain't care about breaking that commandment, eating the blood. And Jacob telling him, swear to me this day. And he swear unto him, like basically saying, swear unto me. He basically like, man, you know if you eat this blood, you know what I mean? You eat this raw stuff, you're going to give that birthright up. Most High ain't going to deal with you. And Esau like, man, I don't care, man. I'm going to give it to you, man. I'm just trying to get something to eat. Basically, you know, Jacob probably looked like he trying to get him up out of doing it. Swear to me this, and Jacob said, swear to me this day. And he swear unto him. Jacob basically telling that man, I'm telling you, man, if you eat this, you're going to give me that, you're going to give that birthright up. So let's go to 2 Peter 2 and 12. We're going to prove that it was that him eating that blood, because the brother talking about basically y'all whole thing set up on a swindle, a scam and all that. You can't talk about Rebecca. Rebecca was protecting her son like mothers do. Because the Most High told her off the break that Esau basically was an evil nation. That's why she asked them why they was fighting. See, the Bible is written in shorthand. They wrote that thing detailed out. The book would be damn a mile long. That's why it's compressed to a small book. You got to filter between the lines. So we're going to go to 2 Peter. 2 Peter 2 and 12. But these as natural brute beasts made to be taken. But these as natural brute beasts. So we about to see how Esau a natural brute beast.
I just want you to know I got into, well, let me just eat something just to show you that it won't kill you. I've been eating this for like 2 years now, and I'm just gonna give it a little.
That's what I gotta do. Put it
in. See if it needs more salt.
Look, he acting like he talking about some cooked food.
Really, really good.
Look, That's why that nigga lost the birthright, man. Most I ain't dealing with no damn savages like that, man. Look, she laughing and giggling. Look. Cinco de Mayo.
Because, again, this, although it looks to be pretty good,
Look.
but again, very fatty. And some of the fat, particularly, hard to cut. And you kind of have to, when it gets like that, again, see, very rare.
Look, very red.
Wash it all down with a cup of blood.
Look, cup of blood, man. That's like being a sodomite. Like, that's some foul. That's why this, look. Natural blue beast, man. Look. He got to get to that. That's all raw.
You can eat it directly from the skull. Or you can scoop it out. Put it in a little dish for later.
Say something for later. Man, we just getting started, man. Now let me go to Job. Let me go to Job 30. Job. We go to Job chapter 30, verse 1 and verse 4. Yeah, man. Come on. Oh. Yahawashi's heritage set up on a swindle. Come on, man. I'm out to prove today. I'm out to clear my grandfather name, Joe. That's what I'm about to do. That ain't even about to go down like that. I ain't studying for nothing. Job chapter 30, verse 1. But now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I will have disdained, I have set them with the dogs of my flock. Come on, man. These people's worse than dogs. These people's like vampires, man. These people's vampires. Regular dogs don't even eat raw meat. You know what I mean? They don't really like no raw meat. Not like that. Not no bloody raw meat like that. You know what I mean? Verse 4. Who cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper roots for meat. Man, them peoples eat dirt. Peoples that eat anything, man. Natural brute beasts. So that's proved. These peoples that eat anything.
Soon, Daniel was indulging his raw meat cravings several times a week, but he only shared his secret with his brother.
I thought it was just something he was trying out, but then it started progressing to 3 or 4 times a week, and that's when I really started to get concerned.
After graduation, Daniel took a job as a government analyst and finally gained some respect from his family.
It wasn't rewarding. I was dying a little every day.
Depressed, Daniel eventually quit his job to pursue writing full-time.
I want to make some kind of a difference in the world, you know? That's why I like the whole creative angle. You can usually help people by doing what you're best at, I think.
Daniel now spends his time doing what he loves most, writing, working out, and searching for inexpensive ways to feed his obsession.
I like bargains, and I always look for the cheapest
cut. Look, you see how his eyes lit up?
I don't think he does any type of preparation to it, washing it whatsoever.
Horrified by the risks Daniel is taking, his brother Bryant has begged him to give up raw meat.
Daniel disregards.
It's a vampire, man. That's why he lost his birthright, man. Eating the raw meat. I'm gonna prove it though. Talking about we started our nation off with swindle. We about to see. Like we ain't righteous like our forefathers weren't righteous with
I've never gotten sick from eating raw meat, ever. I've been doing it for 6 years now. I just really don't want my brother to end up dying from that one bad piece of meat. It's gonna happen sooner or later.
With nowhere else to turn, Bryant has asked Freaky Eater specialist J.J. Virgin and Dr. Mike Dow to intervene.
I'm J.J. Virgin, and I'm a board-certified nutrition specialist.
My name is Dr. Mike Dow. I'm a licensed psychotherapy specialist.
Family got concerned about that, man. Alright.
By the way, thank all the guys for this is great. Yeah. Oh, wow. Organs.
And the eating begins immediately. As the honored guest, I get what tradition dictates is always the first piece to be eaten.
After kill, the first thing you eat after you take out the skin is that part.
Nice piece of chest fat. Cheers. Thank you very much. Wow. The chest fat is tough, milky, and tastes like a tallow candle. Hard to figure out why this became the traditional first bite. But after you eat it, you look at everybody and say, please tell everyone that was...
Look at Esau, man. That's what he like, man.
Letting me have a piece of that.
Wow, this is gonna get better. Watch.
No, I don't want to take away from any of the others.
Devils can't hide, man.
Pleasure. I need to be honest. Every now and then I get into a food situation where I feel way outside my comfort zone. Like when people are dipping their raw meat into the fluid that collects in the now empty hip socket. They dip this little piece of leg meat into the hip joint.
Yes.
Look, messing with Moab, man. Messing with the wash pot, man.
Sour.
Sour?
Yeah.
Joe Sour. She's saying that like she's talking about a lemon head or something.
Coming from a part of the animal that needs to be cooked a long time to make it tender. And dipped into some sort of residual liquid left behind in the hip joint that collected a little bit of the bile and digestive tract enzymes. That was particularly foul. And it gets even more uncomfortable when my hosts graciously offer me another prize tidbit, the partly digested contents of the cow's stomach.
Yeah, man. Devils, man. Check this out. And this they kids right here. Sure, you're running it. Run. This stuff right here, Jake ain't even gonna try this, man.
Yo, what is up, YouTube? It's your boy, Paul back. And today, here with Carson Jones. And guys, we're gonna be eating. We're gonna be eating monkey brains. And by what I mean monkey brains, I actually mean monkey brains. This is not clickbait. And so his dad is actually my grandpa. It's kind of a crazy story, but his dad lives in India. I'll show his dad maybe later in the video. But he always goes over there to see his mom and his dad. And when he goes over there, he brings food back. And a delicacy over there is monkey brains. And monkey brains is of course monkey brains. So a monkey, they kill a monkey, they chop off his head, and they take the brain out of it, and they freeze it, they chill it. So
look, man,
we're gonna be tasting.
Come on, chill it like he talking about some
monkey brains,
banana pudding or something. And they chill it.
I think it's gonna be good. Honestly, in the Indiana Jones movies, it looked pretty good. And next time, I might make another video of him. We might taste like snake or something. You can't really take anything alive, so you can't take snake. Eyeballs, I don't know if that lets you be on the plane, but yeah, guys, let's go try it. Show the deluxe. So look, here it is, guys. Alright, so first, we might try it with a chip, but I'm gonna try it straight on first.
Look, man, it's the devil, man. Devil, man. Look at that. See that? Look, got some more.
Alright, we have brain here. Eating brain. Oh, you got it,
Wait, you can record now. This is Ashley Boda. She's about to eat Jackhead. Let's see what happens.
I got the brain.
It's not bad.
Come on, man.
How do you feel about it?
All right.
Cologuard, colon cancer screening for people 50
One
and
more
older at
video.
average risk.
I'm here for an important reason. Colon cancer screening. There's a bunch of places where screening wouldn't be easy. Like here. Or here. Nope. But here's a place you can screen for colon cancer anytime. I've been very open about being a recovered addict. Yes. Is food a form of addiction for you?
All right, what are we eating tonight? I hesitate to ask, and I've braced myself.
Tonight was the premiere of the new season, and we started off in Spain, so I'm going to start you in Spain with the hearty Cosito Madrieno, the most classic of Madrid's famous meat stews. Here's everything from the pig, intestine, belly, blood sausage, knuckle, foot, a little piece of loin. You may want to explore something over there. Chickpeas, potatoes. It's delicious.
What is this right
That's
here?
tripe.
Tripe is what?
That's the lining of the second part of the stomach, that particular piece right there.
Hold on 1 second. You know what?
Not bad.
The word rubbery comes to mind.
It does.
Not okay. And blood.
Well, there's the blood. Do you want to try the blood sausage?
I'll try blood
I don't want to, turn you off that. Blood sausage is delicious, and there it's
Look,
called more
blood sausage, man.
sweet spices and onion.
Oh, that's amazing.
And, down in there a hearty broth.
It's a Braunschweiger.
Exactly.
All right. What do we got here?
Next up, Okinawa is where we go a couple of weeks from now. And there they believe in something called yakuzen when they were part of their
Look at that, man.
culture.
Raw
They
meat.
weren't part of Japan at all. They were sort of an outlier nation. And they believe in eating foods for health, wellness, and medicinal reasons. So I'm just going to put a couple of paper-thin slices here, and yes, of course I washed my hands, of raw goat. They love raw goat. There's a little soy sauce
Little soy sauce on there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on.
I'm guessing.
Like he dipping an egg roll or something.
And you tell me, I think it's absolutely delicious.
That
What do you
is,
think?
that's actually fantastic.
See that? See that? Man said it's actually fantastic. Now we're going to go to the scripture real quick. Go to Isaiah 66 and 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and his chariots like a whirlwind. To render his anger with fury is rebuked with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh. Didn't he just say he was eating a pig blood or whatever, sausage, and an abomination, and the mouse shall be consumed together, saith the Lord. So now, we about to see what mouse, see how they keep talking about the Chinese and the Japanese like mouse. We gonna see what mouse the so-called white man like. He love. They eat the mouse too.
Tasting. A lot of the waterborne animals in the rodent family kind of taste like what they eat, and they taste of the water they come from, and it's almost like the flesh is muddy. This is not muddy off the land.
And most of interior Maine, we still do live off the land.
Right.
We look forward to hunting season.
Sure.
We're also feeding our families.
Sure.
Kate has created a lot of wild game recipes, and beaver chili is one of her favorites.
You hear that?
This is...
Eat the beaver, man. Most High made the beaver to create dams and stuff, man.
Yeah. This is a very big moment.
Look.
First of all,
tearing it up.
chili flavors themselves, the spicy mixture.
Man, crunching like a mug on that beaver chili, man.
It's very, very mild.
The beaver's a rodent.
Really?
That's a mouse.
Good.
Thank you. I love
I'm surprised more people aren't eating beaver. It's very, very lean. It's not irony or minerally tasty at all like some game is.
Man, look at that, man.
You know, a lot of the waterborne...
Man, they eat the mouse too. That's why I say they shall be consumed. Most High knew Esau, man, was a blood eater, man. Let's go to Hebrews chapter 12, verse 17. The book of Hebrews chapter 12, verse 17. For ye know how the afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected. For he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears. So, he ain't get swindled out of no blessing. Man, he got rejected, man. He got rejected. Why he get rejected? We gonna find out why he get rejected. So, you might have some people say, oh, well, he did that before. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't the law, it wasn't the law back then. Go to Genesis 26 and 4. The book of Genesis, chapter 26, verse 4. And I will make thy seed multiply as the stars of heaven, and will give unto thy seed all these countries, and the seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed. Talking about the Israelites. Talking about Abraham's seed. Because that Abraham obeyed my voice and kept my charge, my commandments, my statutes, and my laws. So, you ain't going to be able to pull that one. So, before we get all the way into it, now, I'm about to show how Esau, a sexual deviant. Now, this going into how Esau is the so-called white man. And then we're going to get back on, the actual breakdown about why he lost the birthright. Basically veering off course a little bit. So now we about to prove this man a sexual deviant. Look at these wicked Edomites. Yeah. These wicked Edomites, man.
Well, he's got the attention of everybody, doesn't he? Whoever's
homosexual, man.
14, 2 offices and homes get paid about $24 an hour, plus tips. I didn't tell you this yet.
He needs to have on a diaper, not some drugs.
Look at that, man. Man out there in his drawers. Out there in his drawers, man.
Transgendered woman in a candid interview with Diane Sawyer back in April. Then in July, she stopped. The Glamour Awards are hosted by the magazine annually to honor the year's most inspiring women. And Lupita Nyong'o,
Look,
fresh off
inspiring women. They say women, not men.
Following her divorce from Kris Jenner, Caitlyn came out as a transgendered woman in a candid interview with Diane Sawyer back in April. Then in July, she stunned on the cover of Vanity Fair.
Look at that, man.
Just a month ago, she
that's a man. So how's that Joan winning Woman of the Year?
Jenner. Yep, it's pretty clear 2015 belongs to her.
Bruce Jenner, Woman of the Year, Glamour.
Come on, man.
Is there anything more that you need to say about the craziness of today's society?
Even regular Esau will tell you that.
A truly extraordinary moment
Look,
in the world of sports tonight.
now we're gonna see how they praise that.
Jenner, all muscle and grit, burst into the national consciousness while capturing Olympic glory. And tonight, Caitlyn Jenner, draped in a glamorous white dress, having recently become perhaps the most famous face in the transgender community, received a major honor at the ESPYs.
Ladies and gentlemen, the courageous, the stunning
Look,
Caitlyn Jenner.
courageous and stunning.
A standing ovation tonight for an athlete who became an American hero at the Olympics and may now be changing America itself. Caitlyn Jenner kissing her mother and then walking to the stage at the ESPYs right here on ABC to accept the Arthur Ashe Courage Award. It's been eye-opening.
So when it say there should be no fornicator, lest they be any fornicator than Esau. Basically saying he the most vicious fornicator on the planet. Look at this, man.
With help from Angelina Jolie's stylist.
Come on, man.
A stunning Versace dress. A stark contrast to Bruce Jenner, the athlete we've known.
He pitched that to kids, man. So now somebody might say, well, that's in Hollywood. They always do crazy stuff in Hollywood. So now we about to see. Is that just in Hollywood? This is a picture right here. Of Esau. Somebody took him going in the store. I might gotta cut this light off or do these pictures and stuff. Let me see. Make that out. Look at that. That's a man. That's a man. Cut this light out real quick. Let me see. Still can't make that out. There we go. That's a man, man. Look at that. Going to the gas station, man. Come on, man. I don't want to hear that. We don't want to hear no Hollywood stuff. Now, let's see why Caitlyn Jenner doing that. Where did this philosophy come from? And if it say there should be, unless there be any fornicator than Esau, saying he the most vicious sexual deviant on the planet, this just proving it right here. So let's go to I got 2 more videos right here. We about to see where that came from. We about to see where that stuff came from.
After all, the main symbol of this brotherhood was precise. That being said, let's begin. Number 5, a tribute to Lucifer. As it's told by its name, the message given by the Statue of Liberty means getting out of the oppression provided by slavery. Or at least that's the information.
We need to see what this statue means. And liberty. Liberty means freedom.
May the great symbol of the American freedom and democracy be capable of hiding such a dark secret? According to history, this monument was a gift to the United States of America, received by the French people as a symbol of friendship between the 2 nations.
All right. So now we're going to see what the mystery, he talking about what the mystery was
However, it's said that the statue's face and torch were related to pagan goddesses, which aim was the destruction of the New Order. The statue is basically a representation of Semiramis, a prostitute from Babylon according to the Bible. The lighted up torch was
okay. So he said was a prostitute of the Bibles and rings. So now we need to see, is that the truth? Now we about to see what the real truth is. We about to see the real truth.
This little rabbit trail here.
To prove that the scripture, Hebrews 12 and 16, when it say, lest there be any fornicator than Esau, is proving that, man, the white man is Esau, man. So the Statue of Liberty is a symbol of America. What's their two main symbols? The bald eagle and Statue of Liberty. Liberty means freedom. So we about to go to that.
In the sky that alarmed me significantly, that sent me on a little rabbi trail, okay? And this rabbi trail took me to a place that I really didn't want to go. So I'm going to give you a close-up of this picture here. This is the moon and the star, as you can see here, okay, that I'm talking about. It shows up again on Ishtar's chariot. But what I want to focus on is this. There's a close-up, ladies and gentlemen, and what does that look like? The Statue of Liberty. So I'm going to take a little bit of a rabbit trail for a second and get uncomfortable. And we're going to find out who Lady Liberty really is. So we're going to go back to the French sculptor, Frederic Augustus Bartholdi. In 1834 to 1904, went to Egypt in 1868 for inspiration. The construction of the Statue of Liberty began in 1878. So let me talk about this for just a second. How many of you were told in school that the French donated the Statue of Liberty to the United States of America? How many know that is absolutely not true?
The first video said it was a prop representing a prostitute. We about to see is deep. Is it deeper than that?
You were thinking in high school, which is
to prove why Caitlyn Jenner, Bruce Jenner, want to be a transgender.
You were right.
To see if this is just Hollywood or not.
But what I want to talk about here is this. The Statue of Liberty, when Bartholdi was pitching this, he was a sculptor, okay? And as a sculptor, he was trying to build something great that had never been done before. And so he went to Egypt to be inspired because he knew that in Egypt, everything was huge, okay? Everything was big, from the pyramids to all the different statues. Everything was super life-size, and he wanted to get that inspiration. Keep that in mind. Then what he did was he went around the world pitching the Statue of Liberty. We were not the first place that he went to. He was a salesman and a sculptor at the same time. And what happened is they went to America. America liked the idea and tried to raise funds for the Statue of Liberty, but they couldn't. They were having a very difficult time raising the funds for the Statue of Liberty until one gentleman in a local paper, decided to write a blog, what we would call a blog today, or a newspaper article, basically ripping on the middle class, saying, hey, the rich cannot be the only ones that represent America. We need to give to this cause because we need a representation of freedom. And wouldn't you believe it, lo and behold, they raised the funds and they began the process of bringing the Statue of Liberty over to America and assembling it on American soil. Now, what's fascinating is if you look at the picture that's on your screen right now,
see that?
I'm sure it's total coincidence, ladies and gentlemen.
Look at that, man. Do that look like a woman, man?
Not only looks
do that look like a woman, man?
Statue of Liberty, but has the exact
man, that look like Caitlyn Jenner, man.
Coming off what is arraying her head.
Statue of Liberty looking like Caitlyn Jenner, man.
Representing the 7 continents of the world.
Hear that?
It is the sun god that presides over the world. Oh, I'm not done yet.
This is Addis. Now, Addis is somebody you need to understand who he is, because Addis was the priest or the main servant of Kybele, or Ishtar, or the wife of Baal, the sun god. And he, in their craziness, let's just leave it that wink wink, of what would happen in those times, is he castrated himself, then would dress up, cross-dress as a woman, and wear this hat. This is a close-up of the castrated Addis on the left and Lady Liberty on the right. What I want to suggest to you when I got to this part is I thought to myself,
Statue of Liberty is a copy of something they did was doing back then, man.
Or is it Larry Liberty?
See?
I don't know. But I'm going to let you decide as we do a little bit close-up here. You tell me if that looks like a feminine face. Ignore the long hair. Remember, the priests of Ishtar wore long hair. They castrated themselves, wore robes like women, and wore these headdresses.
Hear that?
Now, one more better for you. Here is her face before it is assembled, and before you have the ability to look at the hair and be influenced.
Look at that, man.
That's under construction.
Man, that's a man, man. Come on, man. These people's always about transgenderism, man. Always about transgenderism. Lest they be any fornicator than Esau. So, let's see what the Most High say about this Statue of Liberty. See, the Most High always give you warnings about stuff. Little clues and stuff. You about to see what he say about Lady Liberty and these liberals. Them liberals, the main ones that promote their homosexuality. People, them ones that be calling themselves liberals, like Barack Obama. Isaiah chapter 32, verse 5. The vile person shall be no more called liberal. Man, he call them people vile, man. Most I say them liberals is vile. The vile person shall be no more called liberal, nor the churl said to be bountiful. For the vile person will speak villainy, and his heart will work iniquity, to practice hypocrisy, and to utter error against the Lord. Don't they utter error against the Lord, saying you can be whatever you want? You can be all type of abominations, to make empty the soul of the hungry, and he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail. The instruments also of the churl are evil. He deviseth wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speak of right. But the liberal devises liberal things, and by liberal things shall he stand. So what was the Statue of Liberty motto? I can't even think of that joint right now. The little motto of the Statue of Liberty, man. One nation under God, Statue of Liberty, justice, and for all, however that joint go. Yeah, what it say? By liberal things they shall stand. But what the Most High say though, the vile person shall be no more called liberal. Man, he called them people's vile, man. Call them vile. Because they talking about they liberal, but they vile. You just seen it right then and there. So, I'm about to get to this drop the mic moment about is Esau a white man. Alright, so now we gonna go to this Susan B. Anthony. Look at that, man. That's not no woman, man. This it's a woman. That ain't no woman, man.
At the beginning
Ain't no woman, man.
This shawl was her trademark. Today, it's impossible to.
So is that understated elegance that I think is typical of Anthony.
When we think of Susan B. Anthony, most of us think of a dollar
That's
coin.
they symbol like the Statue of Liberty, man. That ain't no woman.
Make a fashion statement. And this shawl was her trademark. Today, it's impossible to imagine a time when women couldn't vote, but when Susan B. Anthony took up the cause, it was against the law. Anthony was born in 1820 into a community of abolitionist Quakers.
Come on, man. Look at that, man. That ain't no woman, man. Look at that. Look at that. Come on, man. That ain't no woman. That's their symbol, man. Lest there be any fornicator than Esau. Now, I'm about to drop the mic on you Negroes talking about Susan B. Anthony looking like a tortoise-faced duffel bag, man. That ain't no woman, man. Then I'm about to drop the mic on you. You Negroes want to keep saving Esau. You ain't gonna save him today, buddy. You're not gonna save him today. Then I'm gonna get to this class. I got any more videos? Let me see. No, I ain't got no more videos. You ain't gonna save him today, Jack. Not gonna save him today. So this just to prove a short little snippet. I got a whole class about this Esau the white man. So we about to go in the book of Obadiah. I'm gonna show y'all something first, and then I'm gonna read something. I'm about to drop the mic on you Negroes talking about Esau ain't the white man, man. We about to see right now. So, got the book of Obadiah. Let me show y'all something first. Do this look like? Do that look like a woman? Do that look like a woman, man? Huh? Come on, man. Now, this is the mic drop. Prove Esau the white man. So this is the back of the Susan B. Anthony coin. This on the back of the what's the name jump too. On the Eisenhower jump. Now look. See that? See that? What that eagle doing? That eagle setting a nest on the moon, man. And in the background, that's the earth. If you look up the coin online, you will see that that's the earth in the background, and that's the eagle setting the moon. I mean, setting this nest amongst the stars. So, let me read Obadiah 4 while y'all look at that. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest amongst the stars, thence will I bring thee down. Yeah. Thence will I bring thee down. It ain't saying he gonna bring them down from there, because they ain't never been to no moon or nothing like that. That's what I'm saying. That's where they coming from. That's YAHAWASHI. I'm saying that's where they coming from. We're gonna look that word thence up. Matter of fact, I can go to the app real quick. Let me go to the app real quick. I can go to the app. Go to the app. It say, thence I will bring, thence will I bring thee down from that place. Thence means from that place. Thence will I bring thee down. Meaning from that place I will bring thee down. And another definition is for that reason. For that reason will I bring thee down. So it ain't saying that's where they gonna fall from. That's where they mind at. They always trying to get out the firmament, talking about they trying to get to space. Always talking about going to Mars and all that. That's where they mind frame at. They basically conspiring against Yahawah. Why you think he did that to the Tower of Babel? Yeah. See that? All Israelite brothers, get this coin, man. Look on the back, man. And read Obadiah 4. Pull this Susan B. Anthony coin. Flip that joint over and look at it real good. You can see the continents and all that on the earth in the background, man. And it's showing you this is a transgender on the front. Transgender on the front. An eagle making a nest on the moon with the earth in the background. Amongst the stars, though. Amongst the stars. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest amongst the stars. What he doing? Telling on himself, and it's back on the back of the Eisenhower coin. So I just dropped the mic on you Negroes, talking about Esau, the Arabs, the Arabs, and all that. I got a whole class on Esau will destroy any doctrine, any understanding out there about Esau. Yeah, real life. That's how I'm coming. But now, I ain't studying for nothing, Jack. Now, we about to get into the class now to break it down. We about to get into the class and break it down. So we're gonna start off at Genesis 27, 34, and 35. We about to see why Esau really lost his birthright. I gotta get back used to my Bible. This is my classroom Bible. I ain't went through this zone in a minute. It's like a whole different field. The book of Genesis, chapter 27 and 34. And when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with a great and exceeding bitter cry, and said unto his father, bless. And said to his father, bless me, even me also, O my father. And he said, thy brother came with subtlety and have taken away thy blessing. So he just lied. He just went in there and lied and said, even if they did a deal. But he's saying my brother came to me with subtlety. So he basically, and even Esau saying it right there. Jacob schemed him out of the birthright. So we need to find out, man. Did Jacob actually do that? Now I'm going to jump up to verse 30. And it came to pass, as soon as Isaac had made an end of the blessing with Jacob, and Jacob was yet scarce gone out from the presence of Isaac, his father, that Esau, his brother, came in from hunting. And he also had made a savory meat. Hold on. Let me jump down. And Isaac, his father, said to him, who art thou? And he said, I am thy son, thy firstborn son. So he was scheming right there. He trying to scheme for their birthright. He reminded Isaac, I'm the firstborn son. So He came in there and lied, talking about Jacob came to me with subtlety about trading them the meat, conning them, making them get a birthright up for some meat, selling it basically. So all right, then let's see what the Most High God say about Esau eating raw meat. So we'll go to Exodus 12:9. Eat not of it raw. Eat not of it raw. Esau ate of it raw. Now let's go to Genesis 25. Back to Genesis 25:29. And Jacob saw pottage, and Esau came from the field. And he came from the field, and he was faint. And he was faint. And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with the same red pottage. For I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom. And Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright. Basically telling that man, yeah, if you eat this raw meat, the Most High gonna take your birthright away from you and give it to me. That's why he like, sell me that birthright that day. Basically like, man, basically you gonna give that Joan up. And Esau said, behold, I am at the point to die. And what point should this birthright do to me? Right. Man, I'm hungry as a mug, man. What that birthright ain't gonna do nothing for me right now. But man, that food ain't done yet. Man, that birthright ain't gonna do nothing to me right now. And Jacob said, swear to me this day. And he swore to him, and he sold his birthright unto Jacob. Then Jacob gave Esau the bread and pottage and lentils, and he did eat and drank and rose up and went his way. Thus Esau despised his birthright. He ain't care. He ain't care nothing about that. I'm going to eat the raw meat. Let's see what the Most High. Let's see about that, though. Let's go to Deuteronomy 23:19. So now we about to see that Jacob swindled. What did he say? Jacob came to me with subtlety. Basically, he swindled me by making me gotta give my birthright up for some food. But didn't I read that Jacob was under the laws of Abraham back in Genesis? So let's see if Jacob did that. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 23:19. Thou shalt not lend upon usury to thy brother. Wasn't they brothers at that point? Usury of money, usury of victuals. Talking about food, man. Usury of anything that is lent upon usury. That's usury. How you gonna sell him that for a whole birthright like Esau ain't know? Esau knew what that birthright was. Genesis 27:34. Genesis 27:34-35. And when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with a great and exceeding bitter cry. And he said to his father, bless me, even me also, my father. So he's still trying to be a snake. And he said, thy brother came with subtlety and have taken away thy blessing. But don't the law say right there, if you can't give nobody no food, you can't lend nobody no food upon usury, victuals, that's food. So why would the Most High set Jacob up if he was already breaking the commandments right there? So let's go to Deuteronomy 12, 15 and 16. Deuteronomy 12. Notwithstanding, thou mayest kill and eat flesh in all thy gates. Whatsoever thy soul lusteth after, according to the blessing of the Lord thy God, which he hath given thee, the unclean and the clean may eat thereof, as the roebuck and as of the ark. Only ye shall not eat of the blood, ye shall pour it upon the earth as water. Telling them you can do all that, but don't eat the blood. Let's go to Deuteronomy 15 and 11 now. Deuteronomy chapter 15 verse 11. For the poor shall never cease out of the land. Therefore I command thee, saying, thou shalt open thy hand wide unto thy brother, to thy poor, and to thy needy in the land. So Esau ain't had to come in there and beg and all that for no food. Had to give his birthright up for the food. Jacob was under the laws of Isaac and Abraham. So he wouldn't have had to come in there and beg for that food, man. Jacob just told him, man, basically, man, you gonna get that birthright up if you eat this raw meat. The food ain't ready, man. You being pressed. What Esau do? He couldn't control his flesh. I don't care. This birthright ain't gonna fill my stomach up, and ate the raw meat. Let's go. Now let's go to the law. 17, 11, and 14. Book of Leviticus chapter 17, verse 11 through 14. For the life of the flesh is in the blood, and I have given it to you upon the altar to make an atonement for your souls. For it is the blood that maketh an atonement for the soul. Therefore I said unto the children of Israel, no soul of you shall eat blood, neither shall any stranger that sojourneth among you eat blood. And whatsoever man there be of the children of Israel, or the strangers that sojourn among you, which hunteth and catcheth any beast or fowl that may be eaten, he shall even pour out the blood thereof and cover it with dust. For it is the life of all flesh, the blood of it is for the life thereof. Therefore I said unto the children of Israel, ye shall not eat the blood of no manner of flesh, for the life of all flesh is the blood thereof. Whosoever eateth it shall be cut off. Come on, man. Should be cut off, man. Whosoever eateth it shall be cut off, man. So at that point, Esau ate that raw meat. He was cut off because he agreed to do it off the break. And Jacob basically was telling him, man, you gonna give me that birthright. You eat this raw meat. Let's go to let's go back to Genesis 27. show how Esau was being a snake about it. Genesis 27, 30 through 34. And it came to pass as soon as Isaac had made an end of the blessing of Jacob, and Jacob was yet scarce gone out from the presence of Isaac his father, that Esau his brother came in from his hunting. And he also had made savory meat, and brought it unto his father, and said unto his father, let my father arise and eat of his son's venison, that the soul may be blessed. And Isaac his father said unto him, who art thou? And he said, I am his son, thy firstborn. And Isaac trembled. Let me jump down. And when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with a great and exceeding bitter cry, said to his father, bless me, even me also, my father. He begging now. Let's go to Hebrews 12 and 17. Showing this devil crying, man. Hebrews 12, chapter 17. For ye know that afterward, when he would have heard the blessing, he was rejected, for he found no place of repentance, and though he sought it carefully with tears. That man ain't care about eating the raw meat. What it say? He found no place of repentance. That man loved that blood, man. That man ain't care. What he tell Jacob? What is his birthright gonna do for me this day? Ate that meat, that raw shit, got up and rolled out. Go back to Genesis 27 and 38. And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. Come on, man. That man in there crying, man. After he done schemed, he done lied and all that. Now he crying and all that. Oh, man. Let's go back. You know, he done messed up. Genesis 27:35. And he said, thy brother came with subtlety and have taken away thy blessing. So, come on, man. Genesis 27:39 and 40. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and the dew of heaven from above, and by the sword shall I live, and shall serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have dominion, thou shalt break his yoke off his neck. So his blessing is what he doing now. He owned the whole earth and living by the sword. I got a video. I don't even want to pull. I ain't even got to pull that. Genesis 27 and 41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing whereof his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. Don't they kill us now? Zechariah 11 and 5. Our oppressors slay us and hold themselves not guilty. Come on, man. How this ain't Esau, ain't the white man? Let's go back to Leviticus 17. Leviticus chapter 17, verse 11. For the life of the flesh is in the blood. Hold on. Let's go back and see what he did first. Let's go back to Genesis. Genesis chapter 25, verse 30. And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with the same red pottage, man, swine faint. Therefore was his name called Edom. Red, man. Known for eating raw meat. I just showed you in the videos. Let's go to 17:11 Leviticus. For the life of the flesh is in the blood, and I have given it to you upon the altar to make an atonement for your souls. For it is the blood that maketh an atonement for the soul. Therefore I said unto the children of Israel, no soul of you shall eat blood, neither shall any stranger that sojourneth among you eat blood. And whatsoever man there be of the children of Israel, or the strangers that sojourn among you, which hunteth and catcheth any beast or fowl that may be eaten, he shall even pour out the blood thereof and cover it with dust. But then I show you the Edomite drinking the blood. After he cut the meat open, he drunk it. But the Most High said he supposed to cover that with dust. For it is the life of all flesh, and the blood of it is for the life thereof. Therefore I said unto the children of Israel, ye shall eat the blood of no manner of flesh. For the life of all flesh is the blood. It's disrespectful to eat the blood thereof. Whosoever eateth it shall be cut off, man. Esau cut himself off by eating the blood. So how did Jacob scheme him out of that when the law tell you it should be cut off, man? Let's go back to the Deuteronomy 23 and 19 and 20. Well, let me go to Ezekiel 35 and 6. So the Most High say you're going to be cut off, you eat the blood, right? Ezekiel 35 and 6. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord God, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Sith, thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. The Most High say, since thou hast not hated blood, that man been loving blood since the beginning, man. Loving blood since the beginning. Just read it. And one more time, let's go back to the law to prove, man, Jacob ain't swindled that man out his birthright for that man eating the raw blood, man. (26, 4 and 5). And the Most High said I will make thy seed to multiply as the stars of heaven, and will give unto thy seed all these countries, and in thy seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed, because the Abraham obeyed my voice and kept my charge, my commandments, my statutes, and my laws. So Jacob and them was following the laws. Let's see what law Jacob was following. Deuteronomy chapter 23 and 19. Thou shalt not lend upon usury. Thou shalt not lend upon usury to thy brother. Usury of money, usury of victuals, usury of anything is lent upon usury. But unto thy brother thou shalt not lend upon usury. Unto a stranger thou mayest lend upon usury, but unto thy brother thou shalt not lend upon usury. Come on, man. They still was living in the same house at that time. Come on, man. That man ain't That man ain't beat that man out that birthright, man. That man gave that joint up. He ain't care about it and ate the blood like a demon, man. That's what he did. And on that note, shalom, shalom. All praises to the Most High and all the Israelites teaching this truth and sincerity, going hard. Stick together, y'all.